Dogs are at your door tonight. They stand in silence. Not moving, not blinking. But the scratching keeps going. Low at first, soft, like nails across wood. Then sharper, faster, louder, and louder. You look again. The animal hasn't moved, its head tilted, its eyes fixed. The sound keeps tearing through the door, even though nothing touches it, even though the dog is still. Do not speak to it. Do not open the door. Leave now. Leave, before it gets in. Issued at 11:42 p.m. by the County Department of Public Safety in coordination with Animal Control and the State Emergency Management Authority. This message is not a test. Please remain calm, remain inside, and listen closely. You are receiving this transmission because verified incidents are occurring countywide at this time. Our goal is to preserve life by providing clear instruction. Do not call 911 unless immediate injury has occurred. Lines must remain open for active emergencies. Authorities are aware. We are tracking this. We are with you. Over the last 4 hours, dispatch has logged a rapid increase in reports of a specific identical behavior exhibited by domestic dogs. The behavior begins with sound. Residents hear scratching against an exterior door, front door, back door, mudroom door, or inside garage entry. The sound is not urgent or playful. It is not the pattern of a dog asking to be let out. It is slow even and unbroken, like a metal file across bone, like a coin. Circling the rim of a glass and never losing speed. It will continue without pause, without fatigue, for minutes, then hours. Witnesses confirm that during this sound the dog's body does not move. Paws remain flat on the floorboards. The leg does not bend. The shoulder does not tremble. Nails extend, but no scraping motion is visible. Yet the scratching persists, growing louder until it seems to spread through the door, then the frame, then into the walls. Families describe the house itself making the noise as though something inside. The timber wants out. If you are hearing this now, you are already in danger. Do not touch the door. Do not place your eye to the peephole. Do not call the dog's name. The first words you speak to it will be the last. Words you say that still sound like you. Remain calm. Back away from the door. Choose an alternate exit and prepare to leave. In every confirmed case, attempts to interrupt the behavior have failed. Owners report that when addressed, the dog tilts its head toward. The door opens its mouth and never closes it again. The jaw unhinges and holds. There is no panting, no breath, only a fixed gape, teeth drying, tongue slackening, gums receding as minutes stretch. The eyes do not blink. The animal will not respond to touch, water, treats, toys, or pain stimuli. It is as if the body has become a listening device pointed at the door, trained on a frequency you cannot hear. The noise intensifies with time. By the second hour, the scratching saturates the home. It will sound like it is under your feet. It will sound like it is above your head. It will sound like it is inside your mouth when you try to speak. Multiple callers have reported that dispatchers could hear the scratching through the receiver louder than the caller's voice. In some recordings, the scratching overpowers sirens outside the residence. You cannot shout over it. You cannot pray over it. It keeps the same speed, the same pressure, as if it were being wound by a clock that has never once failed to keep time. Structural damage follows a predictable sequence. Paint shears away in long, curling ribbons. The center panel of the door sails forward a centimeter at a time, then springs back, then forward again, each movement accompanied by a dry breath, though neither the dog nor the house is breathing. Hinge screws twist inside their sockets as if turning themselves. Locks bulge, glass panes spider and then hold, quivering, waiting. More than one family has watched a peephole darken from the other side as if an eye pressed to it. From within the wood, in one case, a swollen shape pushed through a split board, like a knuckle of wet knotted rope, and receded. The animal creating the sound did not change posture. Its paws never left the floor. Once the breach occurs, silence falls. The quiet is immediate and more frightening than the sound. Residents report a sensation like a pressure change, as if a storm door opened onto a vacuum. When the door gives, you will expect to see your dog. You will not. The space will be empty for a breath longer than it should be. The hallway seems longer. The floor seems closer. Then something taller enters. Survivors, there are few, describe an intruder whose proportions belong to a memory gone wrong, too thin in the legs, too long in the spine, as If it learned your dog by tracing a shadow on a wall and then stood up, claws are extended beyond any canine length, curving and dragging grooves into the floorboards. It never needs to lift. The jaw is wider than the skull can contain. Corners. Split and healed until the mouth is a wound that decided to remain open. The tongue does not wet the teeth. The eyes do not track the room. They track you and they do not blink. It moves like a puppet operated. From inside the walls, it moves toward the nearest voice. At this stage, there are no effective interventions. Firearms have failed to halt progression. Knives, poles, sprays, none yield results beyond. Drawing your attention closer to the mouth, officers have reported shots passing through with the sound of striking paper, followed by the immediate return of scratching. Now from inside the hallway, inside the register grates, inside the cabinet doors, while the intruder continued to advance unhurried, unblinking. With a patience that did not belong to an animal or a machine. Understand, once the scratching begins, containment is no longer possible. Every attempt to negotiate, soothe, or restrain has ended with the same outcome. The creature at your door is not your dog. What it uses to knock is not a paw. Do not wait to grieve. Grieve later, somewhere safe. Leave now. We are advising all residents, if the scratching begins, evacuate. Through any exit that is not the door under assault. Climb through a window, cross the yard to a neighbor's porch if necessary. Keep your face turned away from the door as you pass. Do not listen for whines or the chain of your dog's tags knocking the wood. Those sounds are for you, but not to help you. If you must speak, speak to another human. Say your name and your location and the route you are taking. Keep moving. Animal control units are deployed but cannot respond to every address. Shelters and kennels have closed to reduce congregation. This is happening in multiple districts. Breed does not matter. Size does not matter. Age does not matter. We have verified incidents in apartments, single-family homes, farmhouses, and mobile homes, in houses with old oak doors and houses with hollow core doors, in places where the dog slept at your feet last night, and places where the dog has been buried for years. If you are hearing scratching and you do not own a dog, do not open the door to be sure. You do not need to own one for it to know your name. Remain calm. Ensure lights are off in rooms facing the assaulted door. Gather only what you can lift without stopping. If the choice is between shoes and seconds, choose seconds. Evacuate. Once outside, do not turn to watch the door. Do not count the steps it takes to cross the threshold. Do not check if it is still your dog. If you must run past the neighbor's porch where their dog is scratching their door, without moving, do not touch that handle either. Do not knock. Keep going. We are going to share 3 verified incident summaries to clarify the timeline. These are not to frighten you, but to remove doubt. In the first, a caller reported a golden retriever standing at the back door, paws flat, mouth open, eyes lifted toward the top hinge. The scratching had been ongoing for 46 minutes. The caller placed her palm against the dog's ribcage. She felt nothing rise, nothing fall. She whispered her dog's name. The door cracked when she said it. The line went silent. The recording ends with the sound of scratching moving from the rear of the house toward the phone, growing clearer until the signal distorts. In the second, a child attempted to wrap their arms around the animal's neck to make him stop. The home security camera shows the child's face turn toward the door as if listening to something from far away. The dog's jaw opens, Weeder without moving. The lights go out. The door opens inward the wrong way, bending through the strike plate like paper. The video stops. Recovery teams noted that every cabinet in the kitchen bore fresh grooves as though a hooked claw had explored each door, one after another until it learned them all. In the third, a responding officer commanded the homeowner to step away from the door and remain behind a couch. The officer fired when the breach began. The intruder entered taller than the doorframe and did not react. The officer's body cam recorded the same slow, even scratching even after the door no longer existed. It sounded like it had moved into the radio itself. The officer ran. The recording captures his breath and the scratching tracking it, as if breath were a handle the sound could take hold of. We repeat, the sequence is sound, jaw, distortion, breach. You must act before the breach. If you are hearing it, leave now. If you are not hearing it, secure alternate exits. Turn off porch lights and move your family away from exterior doors. Keep a light source that is not plugged into the wall. Do not put your ear to the wood. Do not place your hand upon it to feel how strong it is. The door is not strong. The door is learning you. This broadcast will repeat instructions at intervals. If the scratching begins, while you are listening, you must not remain to hear the end. Leave your radio behind. Leave us behind. We cannot open the door for you. We cannot hold it closed for you. We can only tell you what the others did wrong until we can no longer speak over the sound. If you have already called your dog's name, do not say it again. Names are how it counts. Each time you speak, it measures the shape of your mouth and widens its own. If you see teeth through a crack before you see an eye, you have less time than you think. If you see an eye before you see teeth, do not be relieved. It is not looking for you. It is looking for where you end and the door begins. We are attempting to patch to the state emergency line. Hold. Please hold. Please. This message is not a test. Do not be brave. Bravery is a door standing still. Survival is a door that runs. Take your children. Take your neighbor's children. Take the elderly from the duplex with the blue porch light where the scratching has been going for an hour and no one inside can hear it anymore. Lead them by the shoulder. And do not answer any question that includes a dog's name. If you must say anything, say keep moving. Say it until it sounds wrong and keep moving anyway. We are losing districts. The map is red where the calls have stopped and gray where they never started. The difference is only time. If there is a dog in your memory, you will hear the scratching someday. When it comes, do not meet it at the door. Make your house a throat that refuses to swallow. Climb out, spit yourself into the street. Run. If your dog scratches the door without moving, you must not listen for a reason. There is no reason. There is only a sound that wants a room, then a house, then a mouth. Once it reaches the mouth, it does not need the door. Then it will scratch from inside your words. Then it will open what you thought could not open. Then it will stand tall, and each of its claws will know the name of something you love. This is the county department of public safety instructing all residents. Do not open the door making that sound. Do not speak the name that makes it smile. Evacuate by any other exit. Run to any light that is not your porch light. Do not come back for us. The transmission will continue for as long as we can keep it from learning our voice. If the next sentence repeats, it is not because we are repeating it. It is because it wants you to listen twice. If your dog scratches the door without moving, you must leave now. You must run. You must never open that door again.